Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field. As we're underway, they kind of threw us a curveball. They're worried about rain coming, so they started the game at 5:30 instead of 6. This is the 16-year-old Babe Ruth State Tournament. Lynn, the guest, the home team, and they're guesting Taunton, who had a long ride to get here through the traffic. Taunton went out 1-2-3, a ground out and 2 fly balls with Braden Owenesian on the mound. Former Lynn Classical, or still Lynn Classical. This is a combination of St. Mary's and Classical. Rauji Fantasia on the mound for Taunton. I hope I'm getting that correct. So we're all caught up. As I mentioned, they threw us a curveball starting a half an hour early. I talked to the Taunton coach. A little bit of a problem getting here because if you come in between 4 and 6 from Taunton, you run into an awful lot of traffic. And then you run into more traffic when you get here in Lynn, coming off Linfield Street and Wyoma Square. But they finally got here. This is an unusual tournament. It's not double elimination. If you lose, you're out. Brock Hogan, the right fielder, will lead it off. And this is also, you don't have to, but you can bat 10. Both teams are batting 10. So it's actually an extra hitter, although Lynn is using a DH because Owenesian is not hitting. So they're not using an extra hitter, they're using a designated hitter. Chop foul. Brock Hogan is the right fielder, followed by Mark Walsh, the shortstop. Jackson Barrett, the left fielder. Rowan Merriman, the first baseman. Colin Hart, the extra hitter. Kalen Huddle, the catcher. Jared Burke, the second baseman. James Pasquale is the DH hitting for Owenesian. Jackson Spates is the center fielder, and Trent Cahill is the third baseman. So an extra warm day up in the 90s. There were black clouds before. They're moving a little bit. A little punch to second base. Nice play by the second baseman. Edmund with the underhand toss over to Severino at first. Mark Walsh. A lot of these names you've heard me talk about through the high school season. Mark Walsh, outstanding shortstop. Had some big hits. He even come in and pitched a little bit. Up and in for a ball. So unusual. One loss, you're out. Down the way, 2-0. Pitching down the way, 3-0. He'll take a long look at this pitch. Wow. Walsh thought that pitch was up and in. I did too. But it's strike one. He squared the bunt. Hit on the ground to deep short. And he couldn't get it out of his glove. Walsh is going to wind up with an infield hit. Cutting was looking over. He was deep to shortstop. He fielded it, couldn't get it out of his glove. And Walsh will get a base hit and become the first base runner. And Jackson Barrett, the left fielder, will be the hitter. Let's see how long Walsh stays at first base. Getting a decent lead. They throw over. They picked him off. He dove, but he didn't get back to the bag. He reached for the bag and missed it. And Severino was able to put the tag on him. He got off a little bit like he was going to go. Dove back, but he came up short. He just reached out, but didn't come up far enough to get the base. Hit off the third baseman's glove. Barrett's going to reach on the error. So that pick off at first is very important. Rowan Merriman, three-sport athlete at St. Mary's, outstanding football player. I believe he made Mass Coach's second team. Helped St. Mary's basketball go a little deep in the tournament, help the baseball team get and win a game or two in the tournament. He's played the outfield. He caught a little bit. He played third. Today he's playing first. The runner takes off, hit in the left field for a base hit. So Merriman gets the second hit in the inning. Colin Hart, the extra hitter, will look to give Lynn a lead if he can get a base hit. In for a strike. Umpire says strike first, and then a second or two later he comes up with the right hand. It's not all one piece. Hit up the middle. Into center field for a base hit. That's going to bring in a run. A big two-out hit by Colin Hart. Barrett comes around to score. In for a strike. Kalen Huddle is the catcher. Down the way for a ball. In for a strike, the count goes 1-2. Up and away for a ball. So we got deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-1. Lynn has scored a run to take the lead here in the first inning. Hit foul back to the screen. We'll do it again at 2-2. Lined in the right center field. That's in the gap. That's going to score 2. Another big 2-out hit. Huddle with a big 2-out double with everybody running. He picks up a couple of RBI.
Number 2,
Hart's going all the way from first. Merriman coasting in from second. So that pickoff at first base is even bigger now. It's 3-0. It could be 4. Jared Burke, the second baseman. Down the way for a ball. Jared Burke is the 7th hitter in the inning. But the big hits have come with 2 outs. After an infield error extended the inning. In for a strike. So they got an infield hit by Walsh. He was picked off at first base for the second out. But then the infield error extended the inning, and then 3 straight hits. An RBI single by Hart and an RBI double, 2 RBI double by Huddle. The 1-2 pitch. The runner takes off. Pitch is high. They called him out. So Huddle is out 2-5, trying to steal. So 2 of the 3 outs were thrown out on the base pass.
Lynn 3, Taunton 0.
Luckily for Taunton, they were, because Lynn put 3 on the board.
Hey, Owen, good effort. Good effort, brother.
3 runs on 4 hits, along with an error. And Owenesian, after a 1-2-3 inning, has been staked to a 3-0 lead as he starts his second inning. As we start the second inning, Kane nice play by the first baseman. Merriman tracks it down. That was Fiaker. Nice job Merriman tracked that one down for the first out. That was Kane Thiaker, the catcher. This is Gavin Stevens, the center fielder. That one's wide and goes to the backstop. Those clouds are rolling in again. Pops right up in the air. It's going to go out of play. And all the fans rush to go get the foul ball. Just a bit high. Hit in the air in the center field. Quite a few steps to his right. Jack Spates makes the play. 2 up, 2 down. For Quinn Buffington. He's the extra hitter for Taunton. Up and in for a ball. Way up and in for a ball. Missing inside again, 3-0. Goes after the pitch and pops it up. Long run, not going to get there. It's going to drop for a base hit. So Owenesian had retired 5 in a row. Buffington breaks that streak with the first hit and the first base runner for Taunton with 2 outs here in the second inning. Colby Edmond, the second baseman, is the hitter. In for a strike. It was surprising. Buffington going after that 3-0 pitch. Hit foul back. Owenesian being very deliberate. Down the way for a ball. Toss over easily back, Buffington. Hit out of play again. Up in the seats. Action going on over it. Maybe I don't know if it's a summer soccer program. An awful lot of people kicking the ball around. Took a long time again, and the hitter, Edmond, asked for time and got it. Very deliberate, Owenesian. Hit to short. Walsh will make the play himself on Buffington coming from first. So Taunton finally got a base hit and had a base runner. But they're shut down in the second inning. We'll move into the second inning with Lynn leading 3-0. It'll be 7, 8, and 9. If they get a base run at 10, as I mentioned, you can bat 10. I should mention Garrett Burke is the head guy for Lynn, ably assisted by Chuck Collins, Darryl Malloy, and a gentleman who gives an awful lot to the city of Lynn. He's not only the coach of this Lynn team, and he's been doing it for a while, but he's a firefighter, helping to keep Lynn safe. And that's Tom Hogan, outstanding gentleman. So 4 great guys, giving a lot of time, effort, practices, games, working with these young kids. And they're 4 very good role models for these young kids. Jared Burke, the second baseman, he was at bat in the first inning when Huddle got thrown out trying to steal third. So he'll reappear here in the second, leading it off. And Fantasia will start his second inning. So I mentioned 7, 8, and 9.
Batting for Lynn, number 2, Garrett Burke.
Hit in the air to right field. Coming in a few steps, almost didn't have to go too far. Right fielder Cam Martin makes the play, so 1 pitch, 1 out.
Batting for Lynn, number 17, James Maxwell.
The line of brightness right across to the left, out in foul territory, all the way around to dead center. There's dark clouds everywhere else. There's one little patch over left field, blue sky. Everything else is dark. I know they were talking about rain, and they're glad they're not playing tomorrow, because tomorrow's supposed to be heavy storms, not as heavy as Texas. God bless all those people in Texas. Bless the families who lost loved ones. Help them to find those that are still missing, and bless all those who are injured or hurt or traumatized. What a horrible time. Imagine waking up one morning and the water is so deep you can't even swim. Hit solid right to the first baseman. Logan Severino said thank you. James Pasquale grounds out third, first baseman unassisted. Jack Spates, the center field, will be the hitter. Solid shot to left field on his horse going back. Nice job by the center fielder. Gavin Stevens got a good jump on it, went over the left center, reached up over his shoulder, made the nice catch. Spates hit it a ton,
After 2, Lynn 3, Taunton.
but it's a long out on the nice defensive play by Gavin Stevens. So Fantasia matches Owenesian's first inning 1, 2, 3. We finished 2 in the 16-year-old Babe Ruth State Tournament game, Lynn leading Taunton 3-0. Fantasia the pitcher, so it's pitcher against pitcher leading off the third inning. 8, 9, and 10, the bottom three in the order for Taunton. Hit foul.
All day, work ahead all day. On your toes, guys.
Oh, and bounced in front of home plate and skipped to the backstop. Solid shot right at the second baseman. Jared Burke says, thank you. Fantasia hit that a ton, a laser beam, but he hit it one hop right into the lap of the second baseman, Jared Burke. So we've always said, you look for a good pitch, hit as high as you can, and hope you get lucky. Fantasia had 2 out of 3. He hit it as hard as you can hit it, a line shot, but one hop right into the lap of Jared Burke. Line to center field, Spates, few steps to his left, tracks it down. Severino, Logan Severino, the first baseman, hit it well, but Spates tracked it down. So 2 up, 2 down for Cam Martin, the right fielder. High and tight for a ball. High and tight again.
Hey, mind your pace. Mind your pace. Go on, Mom.
3-0.
Great job, Oni. Hey, Oni, 2 down. 2 down, brother.
Last time was 3-0. Buffington got a base hit swinging at the pitch. In for a strike. Martin was taking all the way. Top of the order, Logan Kennedy, the left fielder, on deck. Hit in the air. Owenesian was going for it. Third baseman Trent Cale said, no, I'll take it. So second 1-2-3 inning in 3 innings for Owenesian. I am not envious tonight of the catchers doing their job tonight. Wearing all that equipment, the shin guards, the chest protector, the mask, in this heavy, really heavy heat. It is really hot. And thank God we didn't play this morning because it was even hotter. Fantasia will start his third inning. He had a 1-2-3 in the second. He got a break in the first. Walsh got an infield hit and was picked off at first. Huddle got a 2-run double. He was still at second. And he got thrown out trying to steal third. So 6 hitters bat. 4 of them got base hits. 1 reached on an error. But 2 of them were thrown out on the base pass. Trent Cale, the third baseman, number 10. 10, 1, and 2 for Lynn as we start the bottom of the third inning. Again, this is a 16-year-old Babe Ruth State Tournament. And again, strange rules. Every pitch, Every swing of the bat, every defensive play, every hit is extremely important because it's one loss and you're out, not double elimination. You don't get 2 bites at the apple. In for a strike. Hit in the center field for a base hit. So the leadoff hitter is on. Brock Hogan grounded out second and first.
Batting for Lynn, number 7, Brock Hogan.
Little check swing. He just hit a little number to the second baseman. And Colby Edmond threw him out, leading off the first inning. And Lynn went to work after that, scoring 3 runs. Now they got the leadoff hitter on at first base. And they got to be careful, because Fantasia picked off Walsh back when he got the first hit of the game. High and tight for a ball. Almost looked like he went 10 or 15 steps off the bag like he was going to go. I don't know if he thought the bunt was going to get down. Hogan squared the bunt. But then, good thing he didn't throw the ball down. He was way off the bag. They get the bunt down. Fantasia helps himself, getting it to Severino for the out. But the sacrifice moves Kale over to second. Walsh got the infield hit a ground ball to short. The shortstop couldn't get out of his glove. But then, right after that, he got picked off at first base. Fantasia took a little too much time. Walsh asked for time and got it. Hit foul and out of play. Glassville's part of that team that just missed winning the Greater Boston League, made it to the state tournament, won a game, I believe, and they've got everybody back. In for a strike, good pitch. The 0-2 pitch, way wide off the glove. That's going to move the runner over to third, the wild pitch. So 90 feet away from making it 4-0 if Walsh can put the ball in play. He'd love to get a base hit, but if he can put the ball in play, he'll bring a run in. Taunton brings their infield in, trying to shut the run off. The 1-2 pitch, up and coming, way up and in. Base umpire said he swung. He took the pitch way up and in, backing away, and they said he swung. So that's the first strikeout by either pitcher.
Batting for Lynn, number 10, Jackson Barrett.
So 2 outs now. Jackson Barrett reached on an error and scored the first run. Swing and a miss. So a hit, a sacrifice, and a wild pitch put the runner at third, but the sacrifice and the strikeout gives Taunton 2 outs. They can put the infield back. Way up and in for a ball. Rowan Merriman, the first baseman, on deck. In for a strike. There's a few family members sitting behind the Taunton bench. A little gathering of Lynn fans here on a sweltering Monday night here at Frazier Field. Hit right back to the pitcher. So Fantasia does a good job after giving up the hit. They had a runner at third with 1 out, but he gets a strikeout, he gets an assist. He's involved in the last 2 outs. Actually, he was involved in all 3. He threw the bunt out as well. So he had 2 assists and a put out in the inning. He helped himself get out of the jam. We finished 3 in this 16-year-old Babe Ruth State Tournament. It's Lynn 3, Taunton nothing. 1, 2, and 3 for Taunton as we start the 4th inning. Logan Kennedy grounded out, shot to first, leading off the ball game.
Right where you left off, pitch.
Drop, but drop late. It was high, it dropped in, but it was wide inside for ball 1. High and tight for a ball. Braden Onesian starting his 4th inning. In for a strike. Wide for a ball. Working very quickly. He was working very slowly before. Now he's working very quickly. 3-1 pitch coming up. That's the first walk. Second base runner for Taunton comes with nobody out here in the 4th. The 1 hit came with 2 outs in the 2nd. Jack Cutting, the shortstop, flied out to left field in the 1st inning. Oh, and he's paying a lot of attention to the runner at first base. Playing catch with Merriman. The bunt is down. So both bunts have been handled by both pitchers. Eddie Travers, the third baseman, flied out to right field. There's 1 trip.
Be ready to go here.
Taunton gets their first base runner as far as second. Oh, and he should take a lot of time. And Travers asks for time and gets it. I'm not sure what that was. The base up and over spoke to Onesian. Hit off to the right side, out of play down that grassy knoll behind first base. Just went over and had a little conversation with Onesian before that pitch. Hit to center field. Spades drifting back. Reaches over the shoulder and makes the nice catch. Boy, that was hit a long way. Right at the scoreboard. The runner easily moves over to third. Travis hit that a long way to right center field. Spades had a long run and right almost in front of the scoreboard, reached up and made the nice one-handed catch. So 2 outs. Kane Fielka. He popped up in foul territory to the first baseman, and he hits it foul back, up over everything. So Taunton with a runner at third with 2 outs. Hit solidly right at the third baseman. Trent Gale made that look easy. That was a shot. They had 2 solid shots in that inning, and both of them were outs. That line shot to center field that Spades made a great catch on, and that Fielka must have thought he had a base hit. He hit that as hard as you can hit it, but he hit it right at Cale, who made it look easy for the third out. So to get a run to the third, they leave it there. The walk doesn't hurt. We're halfway through the ball game. With Lynn holding on to that 3-run cushion, they got 3 in the first inning. And that's been it. So Fantasia will start his 4th inning. So those clouds are holding off. Right over left field, there's a big blob of black clouds, but behind it, really bright out in center field, big puffy white clouds with patches of blue sky. And there are huge clouds all over the sky here at Frazier Field. Four, 5, and 6 for Lynn as we start the bottom of the 4th inning. Rowan Merriman got a base hit and scored a run in that first inning.
Batting for Lynn for 18, Rowan Merriman.
After an error, he got a big base hit that extended the inning, and they got 2 hits after that, a single and a double, to get the 3 runs, all coming with 2 outs. In for a strike. In for strike 2. The Mermans had a happy year this year. Father was inducted in the Lynn Tech Hall of Fame. Call, 3rd strike. Merriman didn't think so. He thought it was up and away. Second strikeout for Fantasia. But I apologize. I don't know what the occasion was, but Mom and Dad were honored as well together. Colin Hart got a big 2-out hit to knock in the first round. Little half swing after the ball was by him on that pitch for strike one. Solid shot to left field. He's another base hit. He gets this hit with one out. Kalen Huddle gave Lynn some extra runs to work with. He got a booming double to right center field with runners at first and second, knocking them both in, knocking in the second and third runs. He was then thrown out trying to steal third. Hits it foul off to the right side down that grassy knoll. In for a strike. That just caught the inside corner. Now I talked about those black clouds. The sun comes out as strong as it's been all day. Almost like they turned the lights on here at Frazier Field. Hit to second. Nice play by Edmund. Throws Huddle out. It's just a little slow ground ball. It's not a sacrifice, but it works the same. It moves hot over to second base. Jared Burke, the second baseman, hit it to right field. And Cam Martin made the play back in the second inning, leading off the second inning. In for a strike.
Hey, I don't care. Don't worry. Cheers. Let's go. Slap down on ball. Drive that ball to space. Knock it up. What up, RK? What up, RK? What up, Joe? Hey, Joe.
Hits a shot. Lynn might want to challenge that because it looked like the first baseman was off the bag. They're not going to challenge it. The first baseman was way off the bag. They throw Burke out for the third out. So the fourth inning comes to an end. And through four in this 16 Babe Ruth State Tournament. Lynn 3, Taunton nothing. 5, 6, and 7 for Taunton as we start the fifth inning. Solid shot for a base hit. Kevin Stevens, he hit a shot the last time up, but he hit it to center field, and Spates made a nice catch. So Taunton gets their second hit. Second inning in a row, they have the leadoff hitter on. They got a walk in the fourth inning. It made it around to third with 2 outs. And got stranded there. Quinn Buffington got the first hit. He hit a little pop-up just over the second baseman's head in front of the center fielder. Back in the second inning. So he's 1 for 1. In for a strike. quick throw over to first. Stevens back easily. Missing inside. Pushing Buffington off the plate. Evens the count at 1. Just a little up toss that time. The runner takes off. So a little bit off. Walsh had to go diving. Try and make sure it didn't go in the center field. It was actually Jared Burke who made that nice play at second. So it didn't go into center field. So Stevens steals second. Second runner to get to second base. Hit foul to the backstop. Count evens at 2. Onesian thought he had strike 3. It was low. Count goes full. And now Jared Burke wants to come out and talk to the troops. And that'll give Taunton a chance to talk to their base runner. I think this is the first full count we've had. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get warm-up action for Lynn. Lucas County and Brennan Malloy are going down the bullpen. Tough day out here, especially for the pitcher and the catcher. It's not easy for the fielders, but they're just standing. They don't, if they're not making a play, but pitching is moving and throwing, and catcher with all that equipment in this really heat. Again, the umpire having a discussion with the pitcher. Hit in the air. Jackson Barrett calls everybody off and makes the play. Spates was all the way over there too. The shortstop went out, Walsh. Spates, the center fielder, almost became the left fielder. He was standing right next to Jackson Barrett when he made the play. Colby Edmond, the second baseman, grounded out. Shortstop unassisted after that walk, or after shooting the base hit in the second inning. He forced the runner in second for the third out. Hit it hard, but hit it right at Walsh. The 2-0 pitch coming up. Way up and in. If Edmond can get on, he'll bring the tying run to home plate. In for a strike. He started to first base like that was ball 4. Instead, it's 3-1. Hit in the center field for a base hit. They hold the runner at third because it looked like Walsh might be able to make the play. So Edmond gets a base hit. First and third with one out. The pitcher can help himself. Fantasia. He hit a shot. Here's one at bat, and it bounced one hop into the lap of the second baseman, Jared Burke. So the pitcher represents the tying run here in the top of the fifth with 2-1 and 1 out. He can certainly help himself. Another solid shot. They get one and they get two. Jared Burke went to his right, picked that one. Walsh made the great throw, and again, Fantasia hit it a line shot. You can't hit it any better. And he hits into a 4-6-3 double play. So what looked like a possible inning and maybe even tying the game up, Fantasia was denied again. Burke made a great move to his right, backhanded it. Nice little flip to Walsh with the strong throw to Merriman at first. The 4-6-3 double play shuts Taunton down. So the two hits go by the boards. And Lynn still holds on to that 3-0 lead, and Fantasia's got to be shaking his head going out. You can't hit any better than he hit both his times at bat. And he's 0 for 2. One of them is a double play. So as we move into the bottom of the fifth, it'll be 8, 9, and 10 for Lynn.
Batting for Lynn, number 17, James Pasquale.
James Pasquale, the DH, hitting for the pitcher, Ornesian. Hit it right to the first baseman for an out. Here's one at trip. First base coach and the base umpire having a little talking to. That was going on as the pitch was being thrown. Swing and a miss. The count evens at 1. Down and in for a ball. In for a strike. Solid shot to left field for a base hit. So Pasquale goes the other way. Jack Spates hit a line shot to center field that Gavin Stevens made a very nice play on, taking a hit away. He's made a couple of nice plays in the outfield. They get the bunt down. Spates gets the sacrifice down very nicely. Fantasia again makes the play.
Throw in number 6, Frank Cahill.
Keep your day going. Keep your day going.
He's got 3 assists to go with 2 strikeouts. He's been involved in 5 outs. Trent Cahill got a base hit. Is 1 trip. Missing inside. Single was sacrificed to second with the third and a wild pitch and got stranded there when Fantasia got a strikeout and a ground ball back to the mound. That's the inning. He had 2 assists and a strikeout in that third inning, accounting for all 3 outs. In for a strike. Cahill is the third baseman.
All good. I think you knew it. Let's go, brother. Get that ball right. Go, Trent. Drive that ball to space. Hey, Trent! Hey, Trent! Let up, Trent!
Fantasia was set and he steps off to try and hold Pasquale close at second base. Now we got a discussion with the coach. Pitcher catcher infield milling around the mound. 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the 5th. Lynn's leading at 3-0 in this 16-year-old Babe Ruth State Tournament. Missing inside, curveball broke late. In for a strike. Top of the order, Brock Hogan on deck. Hit in the air, long run for third baseman. Is going to run out of real estate. Nice catch by the fan. It's not an out, but it's a nice play by the fan down there. Just kind of oh-hummed it. We'll do it again at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Fantasia. Top of the order, Brock Hogan. He's grounded to second and sacrificed. Hit right back to the mound, so it was almost like a repeat of the third inning. They got a base hit, and
After 5 and 3 on 0.
the third inning was was when he got a couple of assists. The third inning, after a leadoff single, Fantasia got an assist on a sacrifice, a strikeout, and a ground out. Now a leadoff hit in the 5th inning. Fantasia gets an assist on the sacrifice, he gets a strikeout, and he gets a ground ball back to the mound. So it's a perfect example of exactly the way the third inning went. It's a repeat here in the 5th. Lynn is down. We finished 5. That first inning, 3-run blast is still the difference. Lynn leading at 3-0 over Taunton as we go into the 6th inning. 9, 10, and 1 for Taunton as we start the top of the 6th inning. Way up for ball. Lined in the left center field for a base hit. Spades does a nice job of getting over there and holding it to a single. So for the 3rd inning in a row, Taunton has the leadoff hitter on. Cam Martin, the right fielder, pops up to 3rd as 1 trip. He was already back to first base, Severino, when they lobbed the ball over. Hit foul to the backstop. Popped up. Nice job by the catcher, Huddle. Running towards the Taunton bench, made the nice play. That's a very nice job. Top of the order, Logan Kennedy grounded a short, walked. He was the first player to make it to 3rd base for Taunton, but got stranded there. That was when Spades made that great running catch in left center field. Kennedy was able to tag up and go to 3rd, but then a ground ball to 3rd on another nice play by Trent Cale on a solid shot by Felka. Fielka hit it right on the nose, right at the 3rd baseman for the 3rd out as he got thrown out at first. So 2 big defensive plays in that inning kept Taunton off the board after a leadoff walk. Way up and in. Hit in the air to left field. Backing up a little bit, Jackson Barrett makes the play for the 2nd out. Jack Cutting fly to left and sacrificed. He's the shortstop for Taunton. O'Neill took a little too much time. Cutting asked for time and got it. Just as he stepped out, O'Neill was throwing the pitch. So runner on first with 2 outs for Taunton here in the 6th. Hit in the left field for a base hit. So don't go away. They still have a pulse. For the 2nd time in 2 straight innings, Taunton will have the tying run at home plate. The last inning they had it with 1 out, and Fantasia hit that shot that Jared Burke made a great play on it, pitching it to Walsh to start the 4-6-3 double play, and they get out of the inning. Now they get 2 on with 2 out. Hit to center field. Spade started in, takes a couple of steps back, makes the play. Well, Taunton threatens again with the 2 hits, but they leave 2 more on base. And it's getting late. Taunton is going to have a very big 7th inning. We'll move into the bottom half of the 6th. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for Lynn. Fantasia has pitched extremely well. After that first inning. And in the first inning, they got, after an out, a hit, they picked the runner off at first. There were 2 outs, a ground ball, looked like the 3rd out, an error allowed Jackson Barrett to reach. And then it was Merriman with a hit, Merriman with a single, Hart with a single, Huddle with a double, and all of a sudden it was 3-0. So all 3 runs are unearned for Lynn, but they'll accept them. So Lynn has 7 hits, Taunton has 5. Taunton has got the 1 error that was huge in the first inning. And that error is the difference in the game. Mark Wall singled in the first inning, got picked off at first base. And he thought he was taking a pitch up and in, but they said he backed away and he wound up swinging at it and called it strike 3. Hit foul. Low for a ball.
Guys, you got a teammate up. Let's go, Mark. Let's go, Bubba. Hey, 1. Go.
1-2 the count. Walsh is the shortstop. He was involved in that outstanding double play that shut down Taunton when they thought they were going to get back in the game. First and third, 1 out, and the double play ended the inning. Missing wide for a ball, so he was ahead of him. Now he's got to come in with a pitch. Way up and in, so we lost him. First walk given up. By Fantasia. Jackson Barrett reached on the error. That was huge in the first inning, kept the inning alive. He scored the first run, and then he bounced to the pitcher his last time up. The runner takes off, and they throw it into center field. He won't be able to go to third because he was sliding head first into second, but the throw went sailing right to the center fielder. So Walsh gets a stolen base. He's at second with nobody out.
Hey, let's get one here. Let's go. Get it back, so Jackson, we go.
Chop to the second baseman. They got to hurry. Safe. He beat it. Once it got by the pitcher, it was questionable whether the second baseman Edmonton could get to it in time, and he couldn't.
Number 18, throwing American.
So first and third with nobody out. Ron Merriman singled in the first and scored. Was called on strikes his last time up. Safe at second base. They dropped the ball. So it's a double steal. They were trying to steal a run. Barrett just took off. He banged in to the second base. Of course, Merriman's a pretty good football player. Linebacker, fullback. He went head banging in. Excuse me, Barrett, I should say. Second baseman is still down. Barrett just took off. I'm running. I'm going to second base. They were trying to steal a run, and the pitcher, Fantasia, turned, threw the ball to second, and by the time he got it there, they slid into the second baseman, Colby Edmond, who's being helped off. They slid into him. Right, looked like it was an ankle or a knee. They slid into him, and he wound up dropping the ball, and Barrett is safe with the stolen base. And I think it's the extra hitter. Quinn Buffington is going to go play second base. So the hole becomes a little deeper for Taunton, as it's now 4-0. First time they scored since the first inning. They did this with a walk, a stolen base, a base hit, and then a double steal. So now Buffington is going to go to left field. And Kennedy, the left fielder, will go to second. Kennedy is now going to go to second base. So Buffington is going to go to left field. Merriman was the hitter after all that. So the walk hurt as it scores. Both teams, both pitchers have walked a batter. Up and away for a ball. Hit foul to the backstop. So Fantasia has given up 8 base hits, half of them in the first inning. And those hits in the first inning, one of them was picked off at first base. The other 3 wouldn't have hit if the play was made in the infield. Hit right by the first baseman in the right field down the line. Merriman's going to keep going and go to second. He's got a double and an RBI.
Batting for Lynn, number 14, Colin Hart.
All of a sudden it's 5-0. Colin Hart singled in a run and scored a run in the first. And he singled in the fourth, so he's 2 for 2 with a run scored and knocking a run in. Swing and a miss, he chased the high fastball. So a walk, a base hit, a double steal, and now a punch right by the first baseman down the right field line by Merriman for a double. So Merriman's 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Hit, foul. Nice play by the third base coach. Way wide. Nice shot by the catcher, but Merriman's going to make it to third anyway. Felka had to go way to his right to stop that from going to the backstop. But Merriman was way off second base, easily goes to third, so he's at third with nobody out. Lynn trying to match their first inning when they got 3. They got 2 now with a runner at third and nobody out. Down and in, and the count goes even, 2-2. Another base hit. It bounced by the center fielder and he fell down. It's going to go all the way to the fence. They're tracking it down. This is going to be an inside the park home run. He hit a shot. The center fielder went to get it. It bounced over the center fielder's head. It rolled all the way to the fence. There was no backing up. It's an inside the park home run.
Batting for Lynn, number 15, Galen Huddle.
Two more RBI, and the first 4 hitters in this inning have scored for Lynn. Hit to third. Out at first. Nice play. Outstanding play by Travers, the third baseman, and a nice pick at first by Severino on the throw. So they get Huddle for the first out in the 6th inning. So they got 3 in the first, and then they say, we'll get 3 and we'll up it by 1 in the 6th to make it 7-0. Jared Burke has flied to right, grounded to short. And he's made a couple of very nice plays at second base. One of them, especially the double play, when Taunton looked like they might have an inning. Started the 4-6-3 double play. Missing low for a ball. So Merriman scores the second run. He's knocked in a run, scored 2. Kevin Hart, 3 base hits, 2 singles, a home run, knocked in 3. In for a strike. So Hart, the extra hitter, was the extra hitter. 3 for 3 and 3 RBI and 2 runs scored. He's been involved in 5 of the 7 runs. That one bounces to the backstop. So he was ahead of Jared Burke. Now he's going to come with a pitch. He'll put him on.
Walker a base hit. Walker a base hit, Jared. Come on, Jared. Come on, Jared.
Call third strike. 4 strikeouts for Fantasia. James Pasquale bounced to first and singled. He's DHing for the pitcher, Owenesian. In for a strike. Down and in. He bounced to the first baseman, going to the right side. His base hit was to the left side. It's cooled a little bit here at Frazier Field. Pitching inside for a ball. Down and in. 3-1 the count. Jack Spates, the center fielder, on deck. Second walk in the inning.
Back row in number 3, Jack Spates.
Jack Spates had a hit taken away by the center fielder, Gavin Stevens, who made a very nice catch. He sacrificed, and he's made a couple of really nice plays in center field. One nice running catch that saved a run. In for a strike. The runner takes off. In for strike 3. So they're finally out of the inning, but not before Lynn puts 4 more on the board. Three hits and a walk for the runs. A second walk got stranded. So that hole becomes much deeper. Taunton needs a whole lot. Lynn, 3 outs away from moving on in this 16-year-old Babe Ruth State Tournament. They lead it 7-0 over Taunton. We're ready to start what Lynn hopes is the last inning. Taunton needs a bundle. 4, 5, and 6. Kane Thelka popped to first, grounded to third. Hit foul past third. I said ground to third. He hit a laser beam right at Trent Kale, who fielded it, made it look very easy. Fielded it nicely and made the good throw over to Merriman. I thought he said strike, but I didn't see the arm come up. Maybe the umpire's getting tired. Off the glove, goes to the backstop. So Lynn 3 outs away. Down and in for a ball. And I gotta say, this is Brendan Malloy is now the pitcher. So Owenesian went 6, gave up 5 hits, no runs, walked 1, in for a strike. So Malloy is now the pitcher. I didn't notice that until I just turned around and I saw a new number. And that's ball 4. So Thelka draws a walk. Onesian gave up 5 hits. Walked 1, didn't give up a run. Thanks to some nice defensive plays. In for a strike. This is a pinch hitter. Tyler Nolet. Hit off the second baseman's glove. That looked like it was going to be another double play. So Noletti reaches on the error. First and second. This Buffington, who was the extra hitter, he's now the left fielder. Foul tip held on to nicely by Huddle. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Good pitch. Colby Edmond, the second baseman, bounced to a fielder's choice, singled, and he was at first when they hit into that 4-6-3 double play. On that very nice play by Jared Burke at second base with a nice little flip, and Walsh with a great turn in the middle with a run scoring that obviously didn't score because it was the third out. Hit in the air. Almost in his tracks. Brock Hogan makes the play. So Taunton down to the last out, and we remind everybody again, this is a totally different atmosphere with a state tournament. It's a 1-game elimination. It's not double elimination. You win or you go home. Hit to second base. The flip to Walsh. So Malloy comes in, he gives up the walk. There was an error,
Then we move on to the second round of the state tournament.
but they come up empty. So Malloy finishes it off. Owenesian gets the win. Lynn will move on. Taunton is eliminated. It's going to be a tough bus ride. It was a tough bus ride here. It took a long time with the traffic. Now they have to go through it again to get back home. Lynn got put away really in the first inning, and all the runs were unearned. Mark Walsh got a base hit. He got picked off at first base. So there were 2 outs. Jackson Barrett reached on an error. So instead of the third out, it was an error. And that extended the inning. Rowan Merriman got a base hit. Colin Hart got a base hit to knock in a run. And then Kalen Huddle got a double to knock in 2. Taunton got a hit with 2 outs in the second. A fielder's choice knocked them down. They had a leadoff walk on the 4th. The runner reached third, but a nice catch by Spates in the outfield and a ground ball to third, got Lynn out of the inning. A leadoff single by Stevens in the 5th. There was a second base hit, but then that shot by Fantasia, a line shot, a great play by the second baseman, Jared Burke. Just a step or two to his right, backhanded it, flips it to Walsh. They completed the double play, and Taunton was out and didn't score. They had 2 hits in the 6th, but a fly ball got Lynn out of the inning. Then they got a walk and an error to start the 7th. A strikeout, a fly out, and then the forces at second kept Taunton off the board. Lynn really put it away in the 6th inning. Mark Walsh led with a walk, stole second. Barrett got a base hit. Barrett and Walsh completed the double steal. Walsh scoring, Barrett going to second. Rowan Merriman drilled a hit just inside the first base bag to right field for a double, knocking in the run. And then Colin Hart hit a rocket to center field. The center fielder went over to play it on a hop. It bounced over his head, but to make it matters worse, he fell down. The ball rolled all the way to the fence. Colin Hart had an inside the park home run. It was 7-0, and that was the final score as Lynn knocks off Taunton. So for Lynn, Mark Walsh had a single, a walk, scored a run. Jackson Barrett reached on error, had a base hit, scored 2. Rowan Merriman had a single, a double, scored 2, knocked in a run. Colin Hart, 3 for 3, 2 singles, a 2-run home run, scored 2, knocked in 3. Kalen Huddle had a double, knocking in 2. James Pasquale had a base hit. Trent Cale had a base hit. And Jared Burke made that outstanding defensive play. Jack Spates had a couple of very nice plays, an outstanding play. Well, it looked like it might be a base hit and took a run away from Taunton. And Trent Cale had that very nice defensive play at third, making it look easy, a line shot that he threw the runner out at first base. And they just kept Taunton off the board. They had a runner at third twice and couldn't get him home. Once they got out with the third out on that play by Cale. The other time on a rocket by Fantasia. The nice play by Burke to start the 4-6-3 double play to Walsh, to Merriman. They got them out of the inning. And Lynn walks away with a 7-0 win, led by Colin Hart with 3 hits, knocking in 3 and scoring 2. Merriman as well, getting 2 hits, scoring 2 and knocking in a run. So everybody played well. Defense was good. Pitching was good. Malloy came in and finished it up. And Lynn will stay alive in the 16-year-old Babe Ruth tournament. Taunton, again, tough bus ride back home, and their season comes to an end. So we hope you enjoyed it. From Fraser Field, I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.